Alright, good evening to the humans of Earth. My name is Seth. My friends call me Silky. And this is my channel, Sovereign Starseed. On this channel we like to go into crypto news every day at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 o'clock Universal. And we also like to talk about esoteric studies as well. So if you guys are making it for this broadcast, it's pretty special. This broadcast isn't meant for the masses, but it's meant for the people that are interested in hearing a different perspective and a different kind of way of looking at things. And perhaps the people that do listen to this, you might end up seeing that it's exactly what you've been needing to hear for quite a while. So it makes me super pleased to go ahead and bring this information to you. And I'm also surprised that it hasn't been brought before. So let's go ahead and get into it a little bit. So tonight we're continuing on with the Pleiadian knowledge, and we'll be talking about memories in the free will zone. And I think this is very pertinent, very beautiful, especially for us to remember at this time. And if you have any memories or anything that comes up for you during the time that I'm reading this, feel free just to go ahead and pop that out in chat. It's going to be great to see that type of information come through. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, Chapter 4, Memories in the Free Will Zone. Once upon a time, there were beings who wanted to create something. In order to do this, they needed to go in and very subtly change a part of creation. These beings worked for, were associated with, and carefully guarded an aspect of consciousness called light. At different times, these guardians of light met and worked together and crossed paths in the different realms of reality. They planned, they shared blueprints, and they designed a time when their plan would go into effect. Certain members of this light team plotted the probabilities of Prime Creator, what Prime Creator would do, where Prime Creator would act, and how Prime Creator would be stimulated. These entities understood what could be done with light, and their plan was very carefully orchestrated. For several 100,000 years, these beings of light were trained to carry out this plan. Part of the plan involved being ready for a cosmic jolt that they anticipated would eventually be coming from Prime Creator. There was a great deal of dedication and preparation as the groundwork was laid and the training begun. There was much to be learned before this plan could be implemented, for it was a daring plan. It was the intention of these guardians of light to take light or knowledge into a reality where that light was not welcomed and did not fit. It was like putting your foot into a shoe that does not fit. These beings had a plan to prepare for the time when that light would fit. These beings are you, and that time is now. The time has been carefully orchestrated, and each of you knows in the deepest portions of your being that you have come here for a purpose. You have come to begin the pivotal movement to release everything that has bound you up until now into your reality that has held you with fine threads like steel cords and locked you into ideas about yourselves and your relationship to the cosmos. For those of you who have come to act out your plan and to work with the consciousness of light, your time is now. Your action springs from this moment. All you need to do is begin to allow this energy to come into your body. You must begin to vibrate with this energy and to clear the passages of the self, the emotional energies that hold themselves locked in your physical body. As you begin to examine the self, you will find that there are many selves in which to travel on the inner highways or inner nervous system of consciousness. You will find that your society has been very cleverly designed to keep you from knowing this most intimate and rewarding and exciting portion of yourself. As guardians of light, you are going to create options of reality and bring them to the mass consciousness of the planet. Wow, this is beautiful. As guardians of light, you are going to create options of reality and bring them to the mass consciousness of this planet. You will do this by first doing it for yourself, creating an inner peace and inner love by accepting who you are and all that you have done in life and all that has been done to you in life. You will accept and integrate these things because you will know they have been exactly the situations necessary to bring you into this final stage of anchoring light. This story is an ancient one, and it is stored within your body. Part of what we are requesting of you and reminding you is to open this historical treasure house and become an inner archaeologist. Be willing to travel the roads of memory of this lifetime and many other lifetimes so that you can begin to have a picture of the purpose of consciousness. When you begin to picture the purpose of your own consciousness and you discover the clever ways you have traveled, the many guises you have used, and the many actions you have participated in, you will learn to accept the totality of your being. When you are able to accept behavior that was not uplifting behavior and accept your own identity of sexuality and accept how you valued or did not value life in many lifetimes, it will open a chakra center in your body that is located around the thymus gland between the 4th and 5th chakras. It is through here that eventually the nervous system will open and information will flow, and through here that you will begin to regenerate the body and move into unconditional love. As you accept and explore what you have participated in, you will have a greater understanding of what is going on now on the planet. You will then allow others to dance in whatever tune they are best learning from at this time. There are some pretty chaotic tunes being played on this planet, and there is a purpose to all of them. The purpose is to strengthen the self so that the self can become completely informed about reality. The self can then decide with clarity the soul's path, or your personal path, through reality. The original plan was for Earth to be an exchange center of information for all the different galactic systems. The original planners have not given up this plan. They were members of the family of light, and some of you have been very intimate with these original planners. Feel that for a moment. We want to awaken your memories. We want you to begin to understand the magnitude of what is occurring to your species on this planet so you can operate with comfort, knowledge, and knowing. The original planners are quite capable of plotting different courses in different realities. As we have mentioned, in a free will universe, all is allowed by Prime Creator. Therefore, since time does not exist as you know it outside of your local sector, things are left to work themselves out. So, to you humans, it seems as if it has been a long time since any kind of cosmic planetary excitement has taken place on Earth. In the larger scheme of evolution, it has not been so long, but because you are locked in the time frame of Earth, it feels as if it has been a long time. Thank you, Ray of Sunshine, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Light gives information, and darkness withholds information. So, in the times that are coming, it says in the times that are coining. That's a typo, but isn't that a synchronistic typo? So, in the times that are coining, it will be easy for you to discern who's who and what's what as you travel outside the third dimensional realm. All you need to do is discern whether something is light and you are being given information, or whether it is darkness and you are being disinformed, misinformed, or information is completely withheld from you. Darkness and light have come from the same Creator, Prime Creator, who has created a host of creator gods to go out and do its bidding. It has given all these creator gods freedom to form worlds, to discover how to create life, how to become responsible stewards of life, and how to become parents for the planets and the galactic systems that they have created. Learning to become a good parent has been a constant, ongoing process. The creator gods have taken themselves and made themselves and fed their worlds from themselves. In Egypt, there is a story about a creator god who masturbated and created the world. The god took himself and made small identities out of himself so that he could be in what he made and not outside of it. You are all needed to access the portion of memory that is part of the creator gods. Who are these gods? Who are the gods that fought with these gods? Who are some of the gods who came here and controlled you? Part of your task is to access your memory. When these beings return to Earth, there will be many of you who will turn to them and say, "Yes, these are wonderful gods. I feel wonderful about them. They are so magnificent. Look what they can do." Some of these gods will seem to fix and save your world. This is where it will be easy to miss the bigger picture. It will look as if they were coming to fix and save your world when, in actuality, what they are doing is simply creating another form of authority and control. What we are saying is that people will put a belief system and a paradigm on these entities. There will be a large marketing program to sell the presence of these entities to you. This program is already going on. You are not like the masses on Earth, for you are members of the family of light, and you know things that others do not. You may know that these beings are not of light, and you may know it to the core of your being. You may become sickened in a society that does not know this. Many people will turn to worshiping these beings because it will seem as if miracles are occurring and the grandest event in the history of the world is taking place. It may seem that humanity is being given a whole new opportunity, a whole new golden era. Then there will be a very big surprise, and people will find that the tyrannies are larger than ever before. The purpose, of course, is for each individual to become sovereign and for the planet to unite. Not everyone is going to make the shift. Everyone is not in the vibration that wants to work in harmony at this time. There are those on Earth who will feel as if they are in states of ecstasy when they find what they think is a new authority, a higher authority, a new paradigm, animal gods, or whatever. So the family of light, as it has infiltrated and penetrated this planet, is going to create its own planetary sphere, its own Earth. You are all learning about authority. Who is the boss for the beings who are here now? Who is their God? Who is their authority? That authority is coming back to Earth. There is a lesson in this for Earth. These beings, who are neither spiritually informed nor lean in spiritual ways, deny the existence of a spiritual force. They have developed scientific principles and technologies that scatter the laws of spirituality. You may think that because you understand or believe in the spiritual realms that every person, as they evolve, will naturally embrace that information. It is not so. It is possible to become a brilliant master of manipulating matter and reality without understanding spiritual connections. It is very important that you learn this. There will be those who will come from the stars to this planet who will have abilities that will be incredible to the mass consciousness of people upon Earth. But these beings will not feel, for they will not be connected to any spiritual seeking. The choice to seek, to awaken the spiritual self, is, of course, free to each person upon this planet and to each person in this whole universe. Not everyone is going to realize it. Just as you have cultivated very powerful individuals upon this planet who are not in touch with their feeling centers, who have no connection to emotional and spiritual consciousness, there are those who exist in space who are extremely powerful space kings or space entities who have nothing to do with spirituality. They are powerful forces. If you met these forces, you would feel like David meeting Goliath. That is why it is important for all of you to learn how to alter your reality so that you could dance between the vibrations of frequency or flip into the station of the world that you want to experience. Wanting to have something to worship is the frequency control on Earth. What the planet is headed for is someone or something new to worship. That is the potential holographic insert, a new god to worship. The creator gods, the reptiles, know that their plan has run short, so to speak, and there is an intention of creating a new plan, a new diversion, a new disempowerment. Therefore, beyond anything else, listen to yourselves. Listen to the internal message that comes through to you and begin to dance with it and make friends with it. You, yourselves, are meant to discover reality from inside and to direct your life in this way. This is really the gift that is given in the free will zone. Part of the dichotomy of balancing in a free will zone is the allowance of all things, even tyrannies. In this free will zone, everyone is endowed with the potential to create their own reality. It is a free will choice to create having someone else create reality for you. Most people on Earth allow others to create and dictate their reality to them. Through frequency control, you have been steered to look outside of yourself for answers. When new gods appear, you are ready to worship them. It goes on and on. Those who control frequency in this way are lost in the same thing, and you are their mirror. As you begin to live according to your own guidance and your own daring, everything changes completely. This is occurring in many places. Just as thought travels on Earth, there are highways on which thought can be directed throughout the cosmos. The grid works, and creative cosmic rays are part of an intergalactic system that directs what you believe into other places of existence. So even today, you are a living inspiration to others as a frequency that is fed into other systems. In the same way that we pull energy from other systems into your system, you send energy to other systems and affect them, and you don't know it. We want you to realize your impact and the power you have to affect systems. You don't even know how powerful you are, and that is why you could be dangerous. You have taken on an incredible amount of this mutating energy. What are you doing with it? How are you going to direct it? Do you love yourself? The original planners are after much more than this particular zone here. They are after a shift in the universal DNA. They want the entire universe to orchestrate a new symphony in consciousness. They are not only after the reestablishment of frequency availability on Earth, their game is much bigger. They are after a restructuring of the vibratory rate of this entire universe. They are creating this by going into key zones to infiltrate and bring about a simultaneous implosion. There will be a universal awakening within these various centers so that the entire universe will change its frequency in its own time. The original planners have solicited the interest of Prime Creator. Prime Creator learns from all things that exist because it is in all things. Because it is all things. Just as you are learning to honor your lessons, the things that you manifest for yourself, Prime Creator honors all creations. Prime Creator lets its creations be and learns about its own potential by watching what it has birthed, just as a wise parent learns from its children. Prime Creator needs you to go out and bring the newest inventions unto it so that it can experience and evolve. Prime Creator has turned its energy towards this free will zone because, from a vast point in your future, it has been shown where this experiment will go if left unchecked and unattended. Energy could simply run rampant and own other energy. There is a vast probability that reaches out for hundreds and thousands of years of a dictatorship in this universal system. From a place far into the future, this experiment is being reworked. Its essential energy is being transmuted and transformed. You are part of that transformation by going into the bowels of the system in various disguises and becoming awakened. The human portion of you has delineated who is a good guy and who is a bad guy and who is who in the space hierarchy. There have been tremendous amounts of literature on this subject, and you have bought it all. Smash all of those ideas. Smash every one of them, including who you think we are. Over the next number of years, those who come from the skies may not be members of the family of light. They will be the mirror of those upon the planet. We have said to you that your lesson is authority, to become your own authority, and to stop giving over your decision-making process to governmental people, or parents, or teachers, or gods. It is time for the people of Earth to become sovereign. Humans are going to need to be tricked before they can become aware. Actually, I gotta get this out to Earth right now. Humans are going to need to be tricked before they can become aware. Many of you may find that you will be very frustrated. You will see things that others will not see. You will see a mass mania occurring upon this planet, and you will not be able to live with it. You will see masses of people walk toward a false god that is foolishness. You are beginning to feel what may be coming. It is an awesome task to carry light. Once you put it in your body, there is no stopping it. There is no saying, I quit the light team. I won't be recognized as a member of the family of light. Some of you may want to do this sometimes, but once light is there, that is it. We want you to realize that those space beings on and around this planet, who you feel are bad guys, with whom your government forces have made deals, are dealing with the same issues that you are. They are beings who are reflecting your beliefs and drama back at you. They have been accused of heinous behavior, of performing mutations and abductions upon the human species, which has sent out a cry among many of the organizational members of UFO study. Yet, these beings act as a mirror to show you your own world, what you acquiesce to, and what you acquiesce to let your leaders do all over the world. How is your acquiescence to the government and media and the way you were used different from a cow who was mutilated by an extraterrestrial? These extraterrestrials who come here do nothing different than your own species does. The masses allow the leaders to do as they wish in their name because the masses do not rise up and say, hey, I do not approve of this. There is a complacency upon earth. The consciousness of this planet is, you do it for me. I don't want to be responsible. You become my government official. You become my teacher. You become my boss. Someone tell me what to do. These extraterrestrials mirror this to you. Remember the movie V that was shown on television a few years ago? That movie gives you some idea of the cunning and conniving of the certain entities who will come from space. Some people will indeed worship them and think they are absolutely powerful masters. We are saying that these scenarios are going to prove true. There is a pending merging of human consciousness and the extraterrestrial presence upon this planet. It is being marketed to you at a rapid rate. Many of you who have studied and used your own discernment will be shocked and appalled at the foolishness and ideological worship that the rest of the human race will express towards certain beings from space who pass themselves off as your creators, even though they do not have bodies that look like yours. They will be able to do many things and will share many technologies. They will perhaps cure certain diseases that they helped create in the first place by teaching germ warfare to your planetary scientists. You will become disgusted with society because you will not fit with the new gods, and you will retreat. Do you understand that the new gods may be lizards? You think that's a little funny? Hold on to your seats because you have no idea what's coming. If we told you everything that was coming, you would have scattered a long time ago. There are some who play on both teams because they are double agents. This is very complicated, and it is time for you to understand it. We are pushing your paradigms and stretching your identity because we are preparing you for something. If you are prepared, you will be able to stand firmly in an identity and not be crushed by what you thought was out there. Oh, dear humans, you are in for an adventure, and only you can carry this adventure out. The non-physical realms continuously support you, and members of the family of light are around you and with you at all the time. Yet it is up to you to master the laws that we share with you and to anchor them upon this planet. When you begin to live all that we teach you, to trust identity, to trust synchronicity, to trust being a part of a plan, then you will find that even in the midst of a great calamity and incredible odds, you will be able to defy the laws of humanity. The creator gods have their own creators toward whom they are evolving. The lapse in consciousness between the creator gods and their creators occurred within the context of the manipulation of worlds and universes, not necessarily the manipulation of species. You, as a species, are being manipulated within a multitude of realities. It is your task to figure out how many realities you exist within. For those beings who are manipulating you, their task is to realize how many worlds they are manipulating realities in. The creator gods are jugglers of realities. Who is juggling their realities and putting them through their creation in all these worlds in the first place? All of this is to be felt. Allow your brain cells to click into being without your rational, conscious mind wanting to define things down to the most minute detail. This experience involves raising a feeling inside yourself, and then, one day, at one moment, in one afternoon, having an overwhelming sense of knowing. Having a composition of 1,000 pages long come alive in a few seconds of divine ecstasy. And that's it for tonight's chapter. So I just want to go ahead and thank you guys for beaming up and partaking in tonight's transmission. It was beautiful, and I feel grateful that I'm able to share this information with Earth. Some of it, as you can see, will play out. Some of it, as you can see, didn't play out. This book was written in 1992. So I just want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody that was able to watch this. I really appreciate the students that were able to push through everything that they needed to push through in order to get here, in order to make it here. And I hope that what you heard was valuable. If it was valuable, please make sure that you spread this message so that way others get the value as well. I thank you so much for tuning in to Sovereign Starseed in our spaceship tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night at 5 o'clock Universal Time for the crypto news. So make sure that you follow and turn on the notifications so you know when I'm going live. Anyways, I just thank you all so much, so much for being here, for watching this stream, and for helping the spaceship become what it is. If it wasn't for you, then we wouldn't really end up having a stream. So, just thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and just start transitioning out here and saying, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. This is Sovereign Starseed saying good night to the humans of Earth.